back with your shield, or at least up on it. Your prophecy's been sealed, but slaughter your opponents. Fight against fate, you ain't survived this long just to die. They said your quest was stupid, we'll prove that phrase a lie. Go make them fantasize, make them eulogize all your accomplishments, your victories, your battle cries. Fight on, you new heroes, go forth and forge your legends. Wanna be demigods? You better go and get it. Start up a whole new epic, make them go right and epic. They'll sing some songs about you, they'll say you're fucking epic. They'll set some brand new records, they'll downplay your effort. They'll say it's all genetic, but they just don't get it. The battle scars, the sweat glistening on your skin tells a different story, so you fledglings better go and win. Soak up all the glory, no milk drinker, you were weaned on gin. Become more than man, make these kings bow when you walk in. Make the gods forgive your sins, you fall hard for every win. Tear the threads of fate, no matter the stakes. You're the leading actors, this your stage. You cannot be caged, ignore all your fears, pick up your blade. You will conquer every challenge that dares to come your way. Look death up in the face, regardless of the size of the threats you might face. You can bend, but remember, heroes, you must never break. And when all else fails, just remember to rage. Come back with your shield, or at least up on it. Your prophecy's been sealed, but slaughter your opponents. Fight against fate, you ain't survived this long just to die. They said your quest was stupid, we'll prove that phrase a lie. Go make them fantasize, make them eulogize all your accomplishments, your victories, your battle cries. Fight on, you new heroes, go forth and forge your legends. Wanna be demigods? You better go and get it. Start up a whole new epic, make them go right and epic. They'll sing some songs about you, they'll say you're fucking epic. They'll set some brand new records, they'll downplay your effort. They'll say it's all genetic, but they just don't get it.
Hello! Welcome. Oops, I should probably unmute everyone. We're live with episode 5 of Miss of Hecenae. Also, special birthday episode. It's my birthday today, so yay!
Yeah, happy birthday! Woo!
Yay.
I can't shout, but yay!
Yay! Cypher's voice is a little messed up. He's not feeling well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna be kind of a little quiet today. But yeah, I had a lot of pizza. I'm very full, but I'm ready to game. I'm so full, guys. I don't have room for cake. My parents are like, we should do cake. I'm like, you have it. I can't yet. I'm like, I ate too much pizza. Whoa. Oh my god.
I'm envisioning you eating, but it's the slices meme where you're like, oh, pizza, huh? That's sure is a lot of slices. That's enough slices! Just
Yeah, that's good. But yes, let me introduce our cast. So starting at the top of Discord, we have Marinee. She is playing Nolia, the Human Fury. Say hi, Mara.
Hi.
Yay. And then we have Cypher, who is playing... who is he playing? He is playing Yurei, the Human Censor. Say hi, Cypher.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Then we have Knife, and she is playing Tassem, the Revenant, until we have found out, the Revenant Shadow. Say hi, Knife.
Hi.
Lastly, we have Skip, and he is playing Oswald, the Revenant Talent. Say hi.
hello.
But yes, this is our... Oh my god, wait, hold up. Thank you! Thank you! Oh my god, Skip, Mira, thank you. Thank you for the subs. That means a lot. Oh,
Consider it a present.
thank you. Thank you. I got distracted off my script. Yeah, okay, these are brave heroes. Journeying through the great interior sea. And yeah, last episode we had some lot happened. Do you guys want to discuss amongst yourselves kind of what your goals are, what your plan is?
Yeah. Do you want us to just give a recap or just the goals?
I think just kind of like, I think it'd be fun if I was kind of like an in character, like, you know,
Oh, okay.
like let Oswald know what happened.
Okay. I sit Oswald on a table and I look at him deep into his eyes.
You see, they're still very human. They're like hazel and speckled.
Wow. Human eyes have such a je ne sais quoi to them. Anyway,
I don't know what language you just said, but okay.
that's fine. It's it's fine.
I'm ruining the moment. What were you saying?
So we went to Lacosta's house, her parents' house, and we successfully socially engineered our way into the house. Lacosta's father is quite the character, if I say so myself.
I'm aware.
Yes. Yes. Just like my dad, for real. Anyway, we figure out that Ines has a curse and not a disease. And that's troubling. That's another thing.
Okay. So when you say curse, do you mean like what the Ari is looking for? Is that the kind of curse you're talking about, or what are we talking here?
Well, it's actually a good thing that it's. I don't know if it's a good thing, actually. Nolia's child has the same curse. And she has a lead to perhaps say Doctor and Thalaeus. So we can go there to, two stones, one bird it. He's just kind of like awkwardly just like looking at his bandages.
Oh, but did you plan on showing Oswald too?
He'll have to pay an admission fee to the freak show.
Admission, dude. I'm one of the acts. Like, what do you want? Do you want to look like? Hey, do you want to start a side show? We'll make so much money. Like,
well, yeah. Like, how are we gonna fund this trip? We're gonna run dry sooner or later. I'll show you a bit later, I think. I'll show you a bit later, but if you need somewhere to store something, I've got space somewhere. Anyway, like rubs his left eye socket.
oh, you do not need to elaborate if you do not want to. That is okay.
Fine.
So just saying, if you're looking for camaraderie for missing body parts, you've come to the right guy. So I understand.
Thanks.
I just want to pause, everybody. Look at the fucking emote that the hype train gave me. Isn't it perfect for me?
What is that? Oh my god!
It's a teddy bear with a bat.
Hell yeah!
Oh my god, this is the best birthday present ever! Let's go, yours. Hi, Sad. Hello, Manna. Yeah, it's perfect. It's like actually like the best birthday present Twitch gave me. Thank you, Mara.
Yeah.
And Skip.
That's awesome.
So cute. I'm using the shit out of that. Anywho.
We should go to Thalaeus. I think we'll be able to find a lead to was her name Dr. Cynthia Nolia?
It should be, yeah. We really should get going. It is of an important matter to get there as soon as possible for both and us and, you know.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think after we're done with our quest, you and I hunting down Pello, the craftsman that Lacosa mentioned, that I think is worth our time.
Also, everyone, the gift thanks Yuzu. Thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I can't shout
And he got sad.
Let's go.
Sad.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Hey now, hey now, hey now. That's a Mariners reference for eagle-eyed listeners. But yes, getting back to our program. Oh, thank you again. Thank you, Skip. Yes, on with the show.
I think we're ready to head out, right?
Okay.
Shall we go back and make out a request of Captain Salil?
Mm-hmm. We should.
Okay. So you head back. Yeah, she's actually loading up the ship right now. Getting the ship shape. Seaworthy. She's, restocking, resupplying.
Mm-hmm.
All that jazz. So yeah, she's just on board the top deck? Just kind of barking orders to be like, telling the crew what to do. Who would like to tell her the new destination?
I think Oswald's going to head up there.
Okay.
Captain Salil, we have returned, and I'm not dead again, which I think is a surprise, honestly. But we have a new destination. And Knife, if out of character, could you please help me? Because I was not here last week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we have a new destination. This time specific, we're going back to Thalaeus. We request to go to Thalaeus, but specifically this time, where did we need to go?
I think it's just
It's just there.
Thalaeus.
We don't have a specific spot. We just need to find a person named Cynthia, and that's it.
A doctor, specifically.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I mean, of course, my boat is, well, essentially your boat. We will see to it that we get there. Not having a destination, though, I will... Well, there's a great port city. I'm sure that would be a good starting point. Someone's gotta know somebody. And I guess If worst case worse, we can always deal with the spider.
Spider?
I don't like the way that you said that. That sounds threatening.
She's
Yeah.
Who is this spider you speak of?
character. She's an info broker of sorts. Mm, you can get the information you want from her, but at a cost.
Hey, love.
Yes.
Can I roll to see if she's in my criminal network?
Yeah! Hell yeah! You have criminal networking? Let's go.
Yeah.
Shit.
See if I know her. I think it's. I need to check the.
I would say
skill.
presence would make sense because it's kind of like your connections, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, presence, and then add the 2 from your skill. Okay, 10 is a tier 1. I think most of your criminal connections mostly deal with Temet, and Thalaeus is, I mean, it's on the other side of the sea, so I don't think you really know much about the spider. This is probably your first time hearing about the spider.
He just
while you're-
swishes his tail.
And while you're figuring that out, Oswald turns to Celine. It's like, why is it always that the shifty information types have something like the spider, like a creepy name? Like I was a guard for a while before entering the Marines in Sepria, and it's always some fucking creepy like the spider, the octopus, like what is it with like 8 legs or tentacles or something? Like it's so I don't understand.
You know,
It's so weird to me.
It's a good question. Not being one of those creepy kind of people, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you.
Maybe they just want to, sound intimidating, sound
Yeah.
cool, like street cred.
Yeah.
They just want to sound better than they are.
Mm-hmm.
I would know.
Did you have a street name? Do you have some street cred?
Oh yes, what's your animal street name?
No. No. Actually, let me try. Huh. I actually don't remember it. That's kind of sad. They must have. Anyway, my name was just. I had a tag. This is embarrassing. Now that I think about it, this is actually really, really embarrassing. I used to graffiti all over Temet in Hierotype. It was, oh god, that's cringe.
Wait, how is it embarrassing?
The things I used to write.
Oh,
no.
okay. That makes more sense now.
Oh god. Let's just carry on.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, my street name. I didn't really have a street name, but mine was just Blink, because that I'm time psychic powers, So like that sort of carried over into a war name. But I'm sure yours was good.
I think mine was just. It was just E. Yeah,
That's a
there we
classic.
go.
Just
It's
E?
just-
That's a good one.
Yep. And the things that I used to write in Temet, every E was a capital. Oh, I hate myself.
Wait,
I hate
did you try
myself.
to make something with the E like how I used to hear about S's and them being drawn in a particular way?
Yes. Oh God, I hate myself.
No, that makes sense to me. That's a very if we're following the sort of Hecenae way, that's a very Sigma thing to do.
It's so
Put the big E up.
man. It's so lame. And can I have a minute to by
Yeah,
myself?
of course, of course.
Yeah, go for it, I guess.
He just walks away. And you know how people can like mad squat and they don't fall over? He's just like he's got his hands in his head and he's squatting. And he's just like he's put his whole like he's put his mask up and his whole hood over his face. He's done with himself. He can't believe he did that.
The cringe of youth.
I don't know if he'll be okay.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back from realizing how weird I was. Anyway, let's continue.
I don't think it's you're pushing on yourself too hard. Like I was 30 when I died, and I don't feel bad about the things that I liked as a child. Like I would not worry about it.
I'm 62 years old in human years.
Okay. That's still not that bad.
What was I thinking? Anyway,
I'm sure it's far behind you. Would you ever do it again? From what it sounds like, probably not. So it's fine now.
thanks.
Alternatively, I say just embrace it. Let's go to Thalaeus and put the E on every fucking alley wall we can see.
No.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Good plan.
No, please, no.
I mean, why not? Like, have fun.
It's so. Did Oswald, when you died, did your personality change, or did you stay the same?
I think it did. For
It changed?
for me, yeah, there was dying was not fun, and it did hurt. And I don't think that I am over the experience. I'll definitely tell you I'm not over the experience of being in a box for 50 years. So yes, I remember all of it. I remember how it felt to have my neck sliced in half. So yes, it did.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I feel like I aged like 20 human years. Everything that I did just seems so regretful. Anyway, I think maturing is for the better.
Agreed. But I think that you would not be the person you are if you did not experience the things that you experienced. So don't be too hard on young Tessem.
I would say to some, age is whatever, however you feel about yourself. It is fine to have an ego death, but we should continue and hurry a little, and we can think about it more on the way. That way, it won't hopefully affect you as much. That's how it's helped me, at least.
Thanks. I didn't think of it that way. I feel a bit better.
Yeah.
Whew.
But yeah, let's go see what Thalaeus looks like after the last 100. From my perspective, anyway. I've heard good things.
I've never been, so this whole area to me is new. So
Thalaeus, the land of temples.
is it very holy then?
The people are very pious, to say the least. If you want to know more, you could ask Bernice. She's from Thalaeus. I believe she is down in the shared cabin, the what would they call officer's cabin, divining how the weather will be.
I mean, that's just a good idea. If we can get underway, we'll stay out of your hair, Captain.
Of course.
Yeah.
But yes, I think intelligence on where we're about to be, that is critical.
Okay, so you're gonna head to the officers' quarters. That's actually also where you've been resting. You've been given like the nice rooms. Actually, if we look at the old Swift Starbreeze, and then we scroll down to the third one, the officers' quarters is at the front of the ship, and that's where the beds are.
Ooh.
So yeah, Bernice is there, and you see she's sitting on her bed, cross-legged, and you actually see that her eyes are open, but like they're completely white. Like there's no people, there's no nothing. They're almost kind of like cloudy and stormy a bit. And she hears the door come in, or open rather, and you all come in, and you see that almost like the clouds parting over the skies. You see like clouds, parting, and you see her eyes, her irises, and her eyes then look back to normal. And she's like, "Oh, hello all. What brings you here? Oh, I guess, well, you sleep here. Silly question, silly question."
No, actually, we are here to talk to you.
Oh, I knew that. I foresaw that. I'm not that kind of fortune teller. What
I
do
mean, I
you...
believe it.
I only can see the weather. Which is some good news. We're gonna have some clear skies in a few days. It'll be a nice swift travel.
That should make it easy to go to Thelius then.
Yes.
But we did hear that you know more about the place too. It would help to grab intel on it, so we came here to ask.
Yes. Yes, I grew up there, but I was a small child. I did end up moving to Myrnia. But I did grow up. I spent my youth there, so I do know a fair bit about it. Do you have any particular questions?
Yes, I guess the main port city, what is it called? And what is it like? What are the people like?
Milos. It's a busy city, a bit rowdy. It's, well, the lifeblood of Helios. It's how, we trade with Athos and Phoni and Sacia, all from there. So all our imports are from there. a lot of merchants. It's very, very heavily tied with. Well, there's a lot. Well, I guess I should take a step back and just let you know how Thalaeus is. Well, I'm not sure if you heard, but the people there are very religious, very pious, and so Milos has a great big temple to Sipporos the Forger, the god of crafting and commerce.
Given what I've already
Yes.
I read earlier, is this is what I know that Sapphoros is like just in Thelius, or is it like amongst the entirety of Hecenae?
It's the entire Hecenae. He's actually the patron god of Athos, but so each place has their own kind of patron god. Thalios is a little unique. I mean, everyone worships everybody, right? Like, obviously, it's like, well, like you want to wish for like, I hope my play does well. So I'm going to play to Ithani the playwright, or I want my crops to go well. So I'll pray to Komai the tiller. So they pray to all the gods, but each nation has its own kind of patron god. The patron of Thalios is actually These, the mourner, the goddess of funerals in the underworld. But because they are a very pious place, they kind of have a lot more temples to other gods than other nations typically have. Also, thank you for the raid, Ray. Oh my god, what were you up to? I am Lavender Gardens. I'm a goth moth who does visual novels and also tabletop RPGs. I do actual plays. And thank you for the birthday wishes. It is my birthday today. So yes. Thank you. The raid. Yes. But yeah, hi. Hope you had a good stream. We are just talking about the gods of my fantasy setting, which is a Bronze Age setting. So. But yes, where were we? Gonna be lurking super fair. Yeah, have a good lurk. Yeah, if you need to pop off, get food, get water, do whatever you need to do after stream, totally fine. Don't feel like you need to stick around for my sake. I'm really thankful that you were able to give me a little birthday wish. That was really nice. So thank you. But yes.
Also, we left off just talking about gods.
Yes.
I think Oswald will say, strange question for just purely personal curiosity. There isn't any temples to the Sephorian gods there, are there?
Not really. Maybe the closest you get in Hecenae is, I haven't been there personally, but maybe near the border of Chromia, there might be some temples too. Sepria gods, but not in Thalios.
That makes sense.
We keep to the Hessian gods.
Fair enough.
Burn
Yes.
and easy.
What was that?
How do they feel about revenants? Are they going to burn us to death or?
Well, I mean, they don't. The act of making a revenant is illegal here, but being a revenant isn't illegal. So you're not going to get burned to death, but if they catch someone making a revenant, they'll probably execute that person. And I guess, well, they normally take revenants that, they find being raised. They try to put them in like a reintegrate them into society and try to get them back on their feet and try to, get them through the tough times of being raised from the dead by an evil necromancer. Not to say that your priests over in Tibet are evil, or I'm not in saying that. I'm just saying over here, typically evil necromancers do that thing. I know over in Tibet it's very 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 different. I know culturally, it's, I don't mean to. I'm sorry. That's insensitive of me.
I think evil necromancer is quite an apt description.
Oh, phew. Okay. I didn't want to make like a little social faux pas there. I don't know what that word means. That's not language here.
I don't understand that language.
You can call them that to me, but to any other Tibetan out and about, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Do not call them that.
Yeah, of course. And yes. But yes, we typically find the temples, the oracles, and the priests of Thesea will try to find out what the newly made revenant wants. If they want to try and return to death, we will let them. If they want to try and have a life again, we will, bring them and help them adjust to their new form, as it were. And also sometimes revenants just happen naturally, and I don't really know how that works. Like,
do you want to know?
I'd be interested in it, yeah.
Well, I can tell you what happened to me.
Yeah.
I died. I felt myself being, being killed, and then I had a dream in which the Cyprian god, the mariner, came to me, and he was like, "Hey, bro, wake up! Stop fucking sleeping! You got to get going! I need you!" And I was pretty out of it, and then I woke up in a box. So,
oh my,
that was it. That's how that happened. So, aside from divine, though, I don't know what how that happens.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure the priests of Thesea will probably know more. They are all about funerals and death and all that fun, cheery stuff. But yes, so that was I guess the answer for, what did I name that city again? Melos. At least in terms of religion. In terms of, I guess, the people. I have vague memories of Melos when I was leaving Thalaeus as a child. So it was quite big. I grew up in the countryside. Quite big and loud and, well, rowdy, I guess is the best way to describe it. A very chaotic place from what I heard and remember. There's rumors, and who's to say how much of these rumors are true, of course. On the surface, the church of the temple, rather. The temple of Ciboris is in charge of the city, but people say that deep down it's actually the criminals. There's a thieves guild that, well, they say they actually rule the city. They call themselves the Web, but that's it might be heresy. I don't want to say that the temple is not in charge. Unofficially they are, but I'm just there might be criminal activity, and the temple might be a little taking some payment from them. Maybe, I don't know. That's just word on the sea. I would never say this to a priest, of course, but they might be a little something,
It's a front.
Yeah, probably. The captain gets gets on by with them, and legally does stuff that I don't think she's allowed to in that port. So I really think the criminals might be something there.
I mean, oh no, who would have suspected a corrupt priest taking money from criminals? What a unique thing to experience.
Listen, us of the, us oracles and priests of Thalaeus would never, we know our proper chain of command.
That is actually very refreshing. That is not common from my experience. So
Well,
that's good to know.
well, we would hope that those worshipping the ruler would make sure that, the proper authorities are seen properly. I make sure I try. I follow the captain's orders, no matter how. I'm not going to say morally bankrupt because I love the captain. I know she does great work, but sometimes she does some things I don't know how lawful they are, but she's the captain and I follow her orders. I am a good sailor, and she's putting her hands on her hips and she's like trying to she's like, yeah, I'm
Just say that Soleil is just a creative, and that we're doing creative things.
Of course.
I mean, Bernice, you know that leadership is hard. Like
Yeah.
you're a leader on this. You are part of the leadership structure of this boat. So if your captain is doing things that are questionable, as defined by other towns and ports, but that are morally correct, I think you are on stable ground.
Yeah, I mean, she would never do anything to endanger the crew. She's saved us more times than I can count. It's only a crime if caught, true.
I mean, Skip agrees with that. Maybe not Oswald,
Good.
but another question for you, Bernice. We are looking for two specific people.
Yes.
Have you run into either? And Marina, I need help with the doctor's name.
Oh, Cynthia.
Interject. Yeah, or Pello, who is an artificial limb craftsman. Do you know where they might be within Thalaeus?
Well, I've never. I'll be quite honest. I don't know those individuals. But a doctor, you say?
Do
There's
you
a
have
couple.
any medical history?
I personally don't, but I mean, a doctor could really be anywhere. If I, that's a really tough needle to find. Yeah, really, a doctor could be any major city. I'm sorry. And then this crafts person, I may possibly Milos. If they're a crafts person, I could see that. That could make sense, especially since their ties to Athos. It would make sense that if they are in Thelios, they would be there. It's the biggest, trading and, supply chain. They're really close to Athos, so they would benefit.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry I can't be more helpful about the doctor. Medicine isn't really my forte. Again, I'm a storm oracle, so
It's understandable. A long shot, but it's always worth asking.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Some people hear the word oracle and they just assume I know all, but it's like, well, no, it's only a little subset. Scrying is actually really hard, and scrying for a person is I don't know. I don't know how those scryers do it. It's tough. There's a lot of rituals. You need a lot of people. It's a whole process.
See,
Is
Yeah,
it
go ahead.
is it possible to learn how to scry?
Oh, it is, but it kind of takes a lot of years of training and communing with a guide of a certain nature. You kind of have to devote your life to it. It's not something you can pick up.
I don't got much of that, really. So
Yeah.
I was just curious.
I mean, you can always find someone and pay them, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I mean, some of the scryers don't want to hear this, but like, scrying's like, it is valuable. Sometimes they scry wrong. Sometimes they get like a general location and not the actual, pinpoint. There's a lot of moving parts in it, and a lot can go wrong. There's a lot of ores, and sometimes those ores collide with each other, as it were. They're not a a dedicated, motivated crew.
Honestly, you are explaining so much for. I owe some long dead people a lot of apologies about the quality of their intelligence that they provided to. That explains a lot of things about the Scry Core that I worked with.
Hmm.
I measured weather is much easier than people.
Yes.
Well, not easy, but like in that it is unpredictable or hard to predict, but more in that it is a larger thing that you can observe.
Of course. I mean, sometimes they get the right location, they just get the wrong future. It's really complicated. There's a possibility that person might show up there and be like, yeah, they're going to be there, but not in this possibility. It's really complicated. I know. Weather's a lot simpler. Weather's really simple. I like knowing the weather. It's nice, and especially with Thalaeus, or not Thalaeus, Thecelos. When he's in the mood, you can tell it's gonna be storming. I don't need to use my oracle powers for that. He's pissed off. Oh, he's real pissed off right now. Ooh, I know it's gonna be storming. Oh, he's real happy. Oh, smooth sailing. It's nice having a very not predictable god, but one that's makes sense logically. Follows a pattern.
does Thecelos like his ego stroked?
I mean, who doesn't really?
To Sam's ear just like fricks up, and he's like, you see the like gears working inside his head. He's got an idea. And
What are you doing? You developing a serial pissing machine for the Silos over there?
No, I was going to try and bond with him. Like bro to bro, like, hey bro, I know like you like making things happen in the sea. I like making things happen on the land. If you could just chill out for a minute, I'll pour you a beer or something, you know? It's kind of like that. Like how it's not exactly a prayer, more like just two guys hanging out, you know. You know how it is. He's pretty sure it does not work like that, but he just
Yeah.
wants to try it
Yeah,
anyway.
like you kind of see like Bernice like kind of open her mouth, close it, open her mouth, close it, open her mouth, and just kind of keep it open that time. And she has like her finger raised, and it's like she wants to interject, but she's like, I don't know.
It might work.
Yeah, I don't think that's how my God works, but also.
Tibetan gods are just they're just too formal. I think the sea life would be, you know, kind of chill, you know, kind of more casual in how he's worshipped. Perhaps he could stop putting crazy things and making different colored waters, perhaps. It's worth a try.
What about colored waters?
Looks over to Nolia, looks over to...
We shouldn't talk about this. Actually, the colored water stuff still makes no sense to me.
I think he does color code the water because, like, why the hell is there different things in different colors? It's not all the same.
I don't. I think it is what's in the water, not the color. I think that might be the difference. The water does look different from back home.
What are you all referring to? I feel a little left. I'm sorry. I feel a little left out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. He just does a big sigh. The water in Tibet is purple.
Oh.
We have harmless 6-meter long crocodiles in the water.
Well,
The water in Hecenae is blue.
Yes.
Everything can kill you in that water.
I mean, not everything. Well, so for starters, the Thalaeus only manages the seas of Hecenae. He's Tibet's kind of outside his jurisdiction, as it were. If I were to hazard a guess why the water's purple, first off, do you have any water gods?
Me?
No.
Oh.
Does Tibet have any water gods?
No. We don't
Okay.
have any, like,
Then-
sub-deities.
Okay. Then maybe there's minerals in the ground that make the water purple, or she's like trying to
My
do her
head.
like meteorology. Maybe there's something in the rain cycle that absorbs something and it's purple. When it rains down, it brings.
Wait.
Hi.
To Sam. Was the coast purple?
Hang on. I was born in the Nile. Sometimes, like, my mother could not get to a healer in time.
Mm-hmm.
And look at my hand. See how it's purple?
Right?
When you are born in the Nile, you are dyed purple permanently. So I don't know what that does or what it is exactly. But I don't think a mineral could permanently dye you, you know?
Well, I mean, we use minerals to make dyes for clothing. And then also they use pigment for tattooing. I'm going to look more into this. I'll come back. I'm really curious. I'm gonna. I want to get to the bottom of this.
Like when I was a pup, when I was a baby, I was all purple. Like I was purple.
Huh. More
Only my
research
hands
is
are purple
required.
now. See?
More research is required. Well, I mean, also like maybe, I mean, you're obviously a lot bigger now than you were as a baby. So maybe the purple, stayed with you. It just had to be concentrated in one location.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it might be
I'm
magic. I don't
realizing
know.
what that
It
is.
could very much be a magic explanation.
Yeah. Just realizing how weird Temet is. Anyway,
I mean, do the rest of us have special color waters or whatever in our home countries?
well, what color the water was? 100 years ago, was the water blue or?
Here, yes.
Okay.
Can I make a roll, Lav, for something?
Yeah, sure.
I want to roll. I have history and nature. I want to do a roll about some of the northern rivers in Sepria.
Okay. Yeah. I'd say this is reason.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Would you say? Would you
Yes.
agree with me that like there's a river that is special to the woodsmen in the north of Sepria that's green?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Because technically that would be a plus. What's your reason too?
Yes.
Because you're also adding your skill with it. Because you said you have history or nature.
Oh, then it'd be plus 2
it'd
plus
be
2.
4.
It'd be
So it'd be a 17 actually, which is a tier 3. Also, I realized that your roll earlier knife would be a 12, which is a tier 2, but you still wouldn't know anything about the spider. The spider's very... You might know a little bit. You might have heard the name, but you wouldn't. Nothing of it. No, so that doesn't change much. Yeah, you can totally... Like, yeah. Sure, it's your country. You're God. There could definitely be a river dedicated to the woodsman.
Yeah, it's Oswald isn't freaked like upon hearing that there's a specially colored river. Like, yeah, no, that's not the thing elsewhere. Like, we have one that's green. I don't know why. I just know that it is.
What? Okay. Clearly, there's more that needs to be done in terms of exploring, because now I'm just so curious. I've only seen blue water.
You hear Palm enter the room, and upon hearing that, she's like, "Oh, tell me, you've never seen yellow water?" And then Bernie's like, "Palm, that's so crass."
No, that's fair. I had it coming.
God. It would probably be best for us to check for, the cults.
Right.
You think the cults might have something to do with the water?
No, not on a separate note.
Oh, okay, not related. Fair.
We learned that Ure told us that it's a different type of, I guess, magic involved with the cults, where the host loses their memories for 1 month or so. we suspect that anyone is, well, taken, they won't have memories of what their life was like a month ago. That is some extremely concerning information. Because they are extremely hard to find. And as for this disease that Lady Ines has, that's also a curse. Berenice, would there be do these scryers, do they know how to break curses?
I'm not scryers. Scryers are, well, their job is to scry. Curse breaking, maybe a high-ranking priest? You mentioned a doctor. I guess doctors could if they. I don't. I'll be completely honest. Curses are kind of out of my field. And then Pom's like, yeah, she does weather. She's gonna say she does weather. I was gonna say that, Pom, but yeah, I do weather. I do weather. Yeah, that's right. Pom starts speaking up. Curse breaking is a tricky subject. Mama always said that you need someone with a certain connection, not necessarily to the divine, but just, a certain spark in them, right? Priest could obviously have that spark, but I could see a doctor having it. Doesn't matter what your profession is, it just matters if you have that certain, ability to see into the soul of a person and separate the curse that's afflicting them.
I mean, that makes sense. Hopefully we can find this doctor at least.
Yeah. You have a plan yet for finding this doctor?
Well, sort of. Your captain suggested when we get to Milos, talk to the spider.
Ugh. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but
You don't like her? What's up?
it's, she, glances over at Bernice, and Bernice has, a frozen face. She's just like, ah! And Pom's like, it's complicated.
Why is it complicated? Time is of the essence, they say. So why is it complicated?
We used to have a thing together. And she, Bernie's like, they're exes. I'm sorry, you're just taking so long. The spider doesn't like the captain because they're the two of them they're Bernice. I'm just they should know. There's a reason you two both share the captain's quarters together. I'm just no one's everyone knows. Just these people because they're new, but they should know. Yeah, just interpersonal I mean, you're not related. Like, you're not. You're your own people, so I'm sure just don't name drop us. That might be a bit of a awkward. That might be. Might not go over well.
Ew.
Yeah.
We're foreigners. We're not attached to any relationship drama. Heck, I could even ham up how much I hate mnemonics.
Don't you dare. She's just looking at you with like daggers in her eyes.
Come now. It's only play acting. We need this. We need to get into the country.
Bernice
whether
is
you like it or not.
Yeah, just imagine like a, play acting, exactly. Just imagine going to one of your shows. Palm doesn't say this often. Bernice, I'm sorry. You really like plays, okay? It's not, it's not a bad thing. You can have your hobbies. Palm's like, they're really, I mean, they're really entertaining. I like, they're fun. There's drama,
I'll just say that, that evil mnemonic just kidnapped me. And now I'm so far away from home. And those evil necromancers in Tibet, they're just so bad. He's got a big shit-eating grin on his face.
I mean, if you think you can get away with it, okay. Well, I mean, I know. Her name's Cassandra, by the way. It's the spider's just her. She has a real name. Cass is she's good at reading people. So just if you're gonna try the lying route, just be careful.
I don't know that he's actually lying there with that one. That sounds like that's really true. I mean, present company, an exception, of course, but I don't think it's going to be too hard to summon some real, actual anger for mnemonics.
Fair enough.
How long were they broken up for, by the way? Not to get into more of your laundry, but we need to know if Cassandra still has memories of above 1 month. If she doesn't, that's a concern.
Yeah, you see Bernice like opens her mouth like she's ready to speak, and Palm's like, "Oh no, it's been about a year or so, give or take."
She's still bitter about this, or
It's I mean, it's kind of messy, and Bernice is like, "We set fire to her house."
What?
It
You
Holy shit!
To be fair,
okay?
what?
it wasn't intentional. It was an accident. We didn't. That wasn't. I was trying. She had some of my. I had some, brochures signed from actors I liked, and I wanted them back, and she didn't want to give them back, and so we broke into her house, and someone, and she's staring at Bernice, tripped. Yeah, okay, I accidentally knocked over. I may have knocked over some oil right by the hearth, and it kind of. I mean, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't. It's. I'm really bad at being a pirate. We're not pirates. We're privateers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are. That's true. We're technically legal, law-abiding citizens.
She's pissed.
Yeah,
She
most
did
likely.
not-
I think she hates her guts.
She
So
did not want to see any of you. Okay. well,
no,
that's
no, it's um. eh, I mean, the
Well,
captain thought it was funny, but it's, you know,
you could
what a
try
woman.
and spin it in a good light and say that it was an opportunity for a new house. So maybe there isn't some bitterness there.
ours is expensive to build.
I know. I'm just trying to make it better.
Ooh.
Bernice, he's like, I keep saying they should just say that Theos launched the bolt. It wasn't raining that night. Thunder can happen when it's not raining. I keep telling you. It's like, there were no clouds that night. Okay, fair point. That does kind of, I mean, she was probably drunk. Cass was, she's not that much of a, her drinking's exaggerated. She likes to keep people off their toes by thinking that she's drunk, so they try to underestimate her. Oh, that's really manipulative. Huh.
Just try and beg for forgiveness.
I'm
Is that
scared.
beneath you?
It's fine, Bernice. Again, it might be best if you don't mention that you're working with us.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good plan. If we asked, honestly, I the whole time you were talking about this, I was thinking, if I get asked how did I get here, I walked because goddamn, that's not a great. Oh boy, talk about baggage.
Hey, everyone has stories.
Burning down a house just feels more like a story, or
I'm sorry.
it just feels legendary. It's incredible. Out of all the things that could have happened,
I
it's okay.
I know.
I understand. Oh, I try to. I don't know how that would happen.
I just tripped on the table, and who leaves a bunch of lantern oil out that close to your hearth? They're just she was begging for her house to get burnt down. Am I right? That's not making it better. Oh jeez.
Okay, so what we're going to do from now on is that Bernice, you're going to stay away from oil.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
fire
I have
and
a
from
strict
the both of us.
I have a strict
Point
stay.
Oswald.
I have a strict stay on the boat policy now. The captain kind of, I understand. I don't really go on ground missions, as it were. I'm more of a support from the back line. I'm logistics. I know my role. Yeah.
What? Are you just mostly on the ship now? Because
I mean,
if you can't-
I get ship leave when we're but if it's a mission, I'm not gonna go out on a mission. I mean, I can't fight well. I can call down thunder sometimes, but
I'll make sure to never never mess with you.
What does fuck mean? That
Don't
sounds
worry
like a
about it.
foreign word. Oh,
Don't worry about it.
but it sounds so fun.
Another day.
Do
Oh,
you not know what fuck means? It's fine. It's
Oh.
a language thing. Don't worry about Bernice.
Yeah.
is it like pleasant day?
Let-
Kind
So
of sounds like pleasant day.
so Palm's like, I don't want to do the birds and the bees to a grown ass man. What am I doing with my life?
There's a clear language barrier. Because
Yeah.
that translated in his mind I don't want to have a pleasant day.
I know. Actually, Palm's like, no, I know how it is. I know a little bit about like I know some Tibetan, and she says in Tibetan, doing the nasty.
Oh, you should have just said doing the nasty.
Yeah. And then Brady's like,
Nasty.
"Oh, I feel indecent. For some reason it's worse in Tibetan than it is in Hecenae. Why is it so vulgar there?"
It's not vulgar. I mean, fuck sounds more vulgar to me.
I don't know. I think fucking's like a really wholesome word. I don't know. It's
Wholesome's definitely a way to describe that word.
maybe it's just cultural
Ayo.
difference. God damn it. I didn't even see that one. Yeah, of course, Bernice, you can never find the whole, "Hey, that's mean." Okay, like, everyone's ganging up on Bernice Day, I see. They find out you set something on fire and you never live it down.
Wait, Bernice. Burn.
Hey, no!
Sorry.
She just does like mouth agape, her hands immediately go to cover her mouth, and she's like shocked. She's like, "Oh, it's not
I
stuff
apologize.
like that. There's an E in there." And Palm's like, "That's a good one. I gotta write that down." And she kind of taps Bernice on the shoulder. Bernice's like, "No, look what you've done. You've given Palm another arrow for her sheath. Or quiver. It's called a quiver. I know combat."
I was going to try to like stick up for Bernice, but it's kind of interesting if you continue to make up more of these burn insults.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Purpose.
Come on, Bernie. We know. We do this because we care. Right?
Hey, it's a lot better to burn other people than it is to be burnt alive.
Yeah. I
Huh?
mean, you did burn that one guy alive.
Hey.
I called down divine
Wait, what?
thunder. And I called down divine thunder, and he just happened to be on fire after. Listen, lightning is very combustible. It can melt your flesh off. It's just, he was attacking the ship. He deserved it. To be fair, it was really rad. It was like, I'm not gonna lie, it was real sick.
I won't lie. It does sound interesting. If it's a display, I do some of that stuff myself. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
we were being raided by like an actual pirate, and like, Bernie's got
fair
that.
then.
Bernie's got that, like, that god magic, god bothering. I don't know. I'm an oracle. It's called divining. Yeah, like she divines some thunder right on a guy, and I think it was painless because he must have died instantly. Like it was, I don't know. It was smoking and it.
Did you say like a cool one-liner when you did that? Like, was it something like "I can see our future" and it's that you're going to get fucked? Boom! Like explosion.
That would've been
That
cool.
sounds very cool.
That would have been cool. No, Bernie just kind of screamed. It was a war cry. Okay, no, I was really scared, but
That's still pretty cool.
No,
yeah.
that's still cool. Just being scared and then all of a sudden lightning, like that's pretty impressive.
Thank you. Well, I mean, Celios, being an oracle, Celios, it has some advantages, I can do this. And then she starts rubbing her hands together. And then, like, Palm immediately backs up. Please don't. I mean,
Is she about to explode? What's going on?
no, just, Do it to yourself. Okay, fine. And then she takes her hands and she starts rubbing her hair, and then her hair starts like, she's using static electricity to make her hair stand up. Isn't this cool?
Wait, me next. Oh, actually, hold on.
Okay. Yeah. She starts rubbing her hands together, and then she puts it on your head. You kind of feel like a little like jolt, but then like she starts moving it back, and your hair is like standing up.
Oh. Whoa.
Right? It's cool.
It feels so weird.
I know. Palm's like, I don't like how tingly it gets.
That's the cool part.
She's one mistake away from blowing you up.
Oh no, I can handle it. I've learned. Palm's like, she did get better.
Has she almost done that before?
I mean, no one died.
Huh.
Another day, I'll ask.
I love the contrast of like Berenice looks so elegant, but then when you get to know her, she's kind of a hot mess.
She's so chaotic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Girl failure coded.
Yeah. Listen, I gotta get one. I gotta get one fail girl in my campaign. But yeah, plan. So you're gonna see Cass. Probably don't actually call her Cass. She'll know something's up. She kind of really likes the fact that she has this whole mystique with the spider.
Do we know the reason why she picked that, by the way?
I don't know. She's like a creepy spider lesbian. I don't know. Just
Oh, well,
thought
yeah,
it.
fair enough there.
She just likes spiders.
Yeah, some people just really like bugs.
Yeah.
Well, just curious, you know?
Just it's just to show off. It's just like, ooh, the spider and the trapping people in her web.
Yeah, it sounds all
Ooh,
like-
look how badass she
Yeah,
is. Ooh,
And like, I mean,
scary.
we can all put two and two together. She's probably running the web. Like, I mean, like,
Yeah.
you know.
That one is a little on the nose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like. So like, I mean, like, you know, good for her. Like, I mean, glad to see Mike's doing well, and you know, she has a whole city that she's basically running. But like, I don't know, it's complicated. Like, I'm glad she's doing well, but like, there's hard feelings, you know, like.
Well,
It really does happen to the best of us, but oh well.
I'm sure she's well connected. I'm sure she'll know people from different nations. So it would be. I was a tomb robber. Still am. Maybe I could go talk to her. She doesn't know me. I would sure as hell like to know her. How does that
He's
sound?
like, Tom, I want to say something. I can see what you're gonna say and don't. But it's really funny. It's not funny. Okay.
It might be funny.
They might see. They might.
We gotta hear it first.
You're
Palm
right.
needs
Come on.
convincing. Someone needs to roll.
Fuck.
I persuade.
Okay. I'd say presence and yeah, presence and persuade.
I have 2 in presence, so works.
Oh yeah, that's a 4. You're gonna add. Oh, 19. Yeah, tier 3. Yeah. So yeah, what do you say to persuade her?
Listen, you can't go around. I just watched you shut poor Bernice down like 3 times in this conversation. At least let her tell one joke.
Okay. Okay, yay. So like, you're a tomb robber and she's a lesbian. So you're both real good at getting into the holes. I'm so sorry. Is that rude of me? I don't. And like, Palm's just kind of looking at her like, fucking straight women. I'm sorry. I thought it was funny. And then Palm's like, no, it was good. It's just not what I... You normally don't say those kind of things, Bernice. I mean, yeah, but you and the captain, like, say stuff. We do that in private. You're very loud about it. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you want us to, leave?
No, I'll leave. I should probably get to yelling at the rowers to row better or something. I'm gonna go. And she's kind of like, she's blushing a lot. She's like, oh, I didn't know you guys could hear us flirt a lot. She's embarrassed, so she leaves. Brittany's like, should I apologize? Was that too far?
If it's on the nose, it's on the nose,
It's just they're not subtle. They think they are. I think Palm thinks she's super slick.
To Met, we usually save ourselves up for marriage.
No,
Just say
that's kind of boring. I'm sure your culture is not. I'm not. Ooh, oh, Bernice, you did it again. Dang it. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I'm gonna. Do you need anything more of me? I should go in a corner and oracle and do stuff. Oh,
yeah, that's a good idea.
okay.
No,
yeah.
Bernice, you're being hard on yourself. You just there. You got the workshop these things a little bit. You got the one, think about her feelings.
Yeah, I know.
And two, when you're making jokes about lesbians, you just have to go with a more sapph bet. You know what I mean? Like sapphic,
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's pretty. I'll write that one down.
Island somewhere. There's just like an island. I heard there's like a folklore. There's like an island somewhere filled with women.
Huh.
And they just, it's, maybe you should go there. It's
like an experience trip?
Like, yeah, like what? Like, are you telling me I need to like go there so I can learn sensitivity? Like, what's the know how to make the jokes land better if I'm...
No, like there was a magical island filled with women.
Okay, but why should I go? That's the thing I'm not picking up.
Maybe you'll learn something.
Oh. No, I think you have the wrong idea. Oh, I don't know. Oh.
It's fine.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna head up. I think I've had enough silly conversations.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Well, you took and leave. I'm going to workshop jokes with Bernice.
Oh, yay.
Also,
That's
I don't
fun.
sleep around with random women. I'm just telling you that. I'm a loyal desert elf. And I do not do whatever you said that I did. Goodbye. It's kind of offended.
Oh.
It's kind of offended and he leaves.
I should apologize about that.
Don't don't worry about it. I'll talk to him. She follows after.
Anyway, so you're going to want to stick to puns because
Okay.
puns usually puns usually aren't okay with everybody, and nobody likes them. So it's
Oh.
perfect. And
But why would I want to
Fade
do it
Black,
if
like
you just hear, why would I want to do them if no one likes them?
because they're for you, Barnisi. They're for you.
Ah.
If no one's gonna laugh at your jokes anyway, at least you can laugh at your jokes, and then it's funny.
But I want people to laugh at my jokes. I want people to
I don't
like
know how
me.
the fuck to do that.
Oh.
I don't know how to do that either. Good luck. I'm infamous across multiple countries, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Is anyone doing anything else on the boat?
Oh, you're just getting fresh air for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Yurei's just outside.
Was Yuri in the cabin with everybody, or did you?
Oh no. He was away.
Okay.
Yeah, Oswald's gonna hang out with Bernice and just talk and just chat and talk jokes.
Okay, sounds good.
Imagine we continue on to Thalaeus.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, I'm just trying to find a spot to put my phone down. Okay, so yeah, the next couple days, like, it was still storming, but the storm actually lets up. Like, Bernice, the vine, the storm would let up. And yeah, it's, posture check, stretch, hydrate, do all the things, de-shrimp.
Do all the things.
So you actually get the Thalaeus in a few days. A lot quicker than your journey from Myrnia to Chimeria, just because, the waves are the waves are a lot calmer. The sky is a lot fairer. The wind's blowing in a favorable direction. So all that combined helps you get the Thalaeus on a good time. And so yeah, you come into the port city, which is, if you see that there's those two rivers going into Thalaeus, the port city is near the northern river. Right around here. Not Thalaeus, Milos. Milos? Let me double check my notes. I think that's what it's called. Milos, yes. The city of Milos is there. So, yeah, it's a big city, quite different than Chimeria City itself. Chimeria City, as you recall, was very walled, very fortified. This one, like, it does have walls around the city for protection, but, like, the port doesn't have a massive wall. It's a free port. There's a lot of ships going in and out, a lot of trade. That was something Chimeria City did not have, considering that they're kind of in lockdown, as it were, or isolation, separation, that whole jazz. So yeah, really, really nice city, really big city. And yeah, you get into port. And yeah, what's the plan? Are you going to... Yeah, what is your plan?
As players, right? We're looking for Cynthia, like
Yes.
Dr. Cynthia,
Yes.
as our like first port of call. Because I think like in our last episode, we literally have to find a doctor to break the curse.
Yeah,
for Annette.
there's the intel from Nolia that there's some doctor who has done this before in the past. Hopefully can do it again in the future, right? That's the hope.
And then our secondary goals is to scry for perhaps find my god, find Oswald's body
Mm-hmm.
and a package.
A package. There's also another thing. It is a personal goal for Oswald. He's looking for a craftsman. The craftsman that made I don't think, where did I? Let me see. Pello. He's an artificial limb craftsman, and maybe he can make like an artificial body, right? That's another goal.
And then I think for Yurei, it's just search for cults.
Yeah. Try and get any
See
lead
if
that he
there's
can
more.
get to see.
Yeah. But the doctor is first. I do want to check if this doctor is actually a doctor and not just someone that's saying they're a doctor. Because I think it would be very easy in this setting for someone to be like, yeah, I'm a doctor. And then you get scammed. So it would.
I think the thing is that they're a doctor. They do doctor-esque things, but not by normal means. So I'm interested because if this is a curse, they probably know something that we definitely don't.
Yeah. Or if they're like a like an if they're like an underground doctor that does underground doctor things, like they may not work with, civilians, but they will work with criminals. Like I want to see which side they're on exactly, because it would be harder to find them if we don't focus, I think, our search. They could be like a doctor that works in the criminal underworld, but still has agency up in the civilian world,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's wise to be worried that they've doctored their credentials.
Yeah.
I love that.
I would say we don't need to question them too much, considering the person I got it from was someone who is in this field. So they're a doctor. They probably did know someone or have heard of someone who was able to help with it. So it's not like super untrustworthy information, but yeah, being wary is a good call. I think the way we should do it is like split into two, Yuri and Oswald, and me and Tassem.
That would. It's just the whole. We need to get our alibi straight with the spider, because if she
Right.
finds out that we're connected to Palm, that's gonna be awkward for us. So I think, how about it's because I feel confident talking to. I have a criminal background, so maybe I'll know someone that's actually in Cassandra's network. Maybe she is working with some Timetans that have just, established like a trade relationship with her.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be interesting to see if there are anyone that I would know, and that would give us an in to look for Dr. Cynthia.
I was gonna say splitting into the half could be like looking for the artificial limbs guy, and then me and Tissem. I can make it seem like Nolia, like I'm a bodyguard for Tissem, and it won't be questioned too far, I hope.
Actually, maybe we're just a crime duo.
Yeah.
It would make more sense that we're a duo.
Technically a lie.
It's a lie flavored with truth.
Yeah,
That's the best
'cause
kind.
It's
Yeah.
it worked well, yeah.
But that's all that I've got as a player. If anyone wants to interject or question, I'm fine with that.
No, I'm okay with that. I mean, I think Oswald's too infamous.
Mm-hmm.
It would be an immediate, maybe not recognizing it first, and then being like, "Oh, wait a second."
Yeah,
Let's say,
I feel
Oh.
like Yuri and Oswald would kind of be questionable if they came along. Oswald, because obvious, the connect the dots. Yuri, big wheel. Should look like a super
Hey.
threat, I feel like.
I was gonna say that Urey could probably carry Oswald around like a baby, and he could act like a tourist. And he's a new dad, and he's proud of his son. And
Sir, your baby has a large head. Boo boo gaga.
he could rap like that. Would make Oswald more incognito and less like, what's this foreigner doing with a revenant? You know?
Okay, that as
Does that
hilarious
work?
as that sounds, it doesn't sound like a bad idea.
It doesn't sound crazy because what Urey could do, Urey could just be like, yeah, I'm a new dad. I'm like, I just want to see I just want to take my son. He won't remember this, but I just want to have a vacation. The birth was kind of crazy. You know, I just want to look around, see what's up, look at some new places to move to, settle down with my child. Also, I'm into like doll making as a hobby.
I'm, oh, I see, for the body. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I want to talk to the prosthesis maker myself, but if we're saying the semi-in character,
Oh,
but also, and if you're saying the semi-in character Oswald is just like about just okay, I will debase myself even further.
you know, like method acting. Like you know the that nation with all the random Sakia. You remember? You know? I've heard about Sakia. They just they really like their acting and their role playing and just get into the cultural spirit of it for us. I'll show you my my eye socket if you'd like afterwards, free of charge.
Yuri pokes you. He's
Okay.
like tapping on your shoulder.
Yes, you're right.
He gestures. From the whole ride till here, everything that has come out of your mouth confuses me. I don't understand you. And then he's like looking at you closely. He's like rubbing his chin, and then he gestures. Are you okay? And then he's like pointing at your head.
No.
He taps your shoulders.
No. I'm getting there, though. She'll be
I
right.
mean, we
Yurei attempts at a joke. He stops you, and then he does a unique gesture that he's trying to learn, and he goes, halfway there?
Yeah. 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 Gives him a Tibetan thumbs up circle thing.
He does it back. He thinks joking like that is part of your culture, so he has a serious face.
Yurei, do you know how to interact with babies?
He
You
shakes
can
his
have-
head.
Do you even have children in your culture, or is that like a... I'm asking earnestly. This is not a... Like... okay, so you don't know. Okay, so what I want you to do is... He picks up Oswald, puts Oswald to his chest, cradles him. Okay, hold him like this. And then sometimes you're gonna go, there. Pats Oswald on the head. There. Your father is here. Do that a few times per day. For realism.
He looks at Oswald, then looks back at you, and he feels very confused. Because now he's just like... He's trying to do there, but he doesn't know how to act like a parent. It's like very awkward.
Did you have parents? Yurei?
That he nods and gestures. Yes, but I didn't know them long.
Hmm.
I barely know them, he says.
Hmm.
Nolia pats Yuri on the back.
Well, Tessem gives him some, like, instructions just on how to act like a parent. Like, in sincerity. Like, he's not making fun of him. You know, my father, Adio, he wasn't necessarily the best parent. He was not the best parent, but he was my father. And my father said that when you love something, or when you love someone, it changes you. For better or for worse. So, have you ever been in love, Yurei? Have you ever loved something?
He shakes his head.
Maybe you want to protect something, right?
He nods.
So I want you to act like Oswald is fragile and should be protected. Does that make sense?
He nods.
Good.
Okay.
My dad dropped me when I was younger. It was bad.
Oh.
Please don't drop Oswald. Hands him
Please.
over to.
Yeah, please don't drop me. Also, I would like to point out, while I am in this state, I led an entire platoon of men into battle. I am a whole real person. Please remember that this is the case.
I just don't want a religious zealot to see you and burn you. That's all. This is why we're doing that. I appreciate the commitment. This is not to make fun of you. This is so you don't die.
This is a very good point.
I don't know how they feel towards Cyprians or to yourself, so.
You know what? I don't either. So, another great point.
Yeah. Are we good to go, or do we need anything else?
I'm ready to go if you all are.
Before we go, Yuri would like to do something. Lav?
Yeah.
What was it, the role again? Religion, right? Because,
Yeah.
or what was it that we did last time for the sensor
Yeah.
thing?
Religion and presence, I think, was last time.
Okay. Religion. As is.
Oh, shit.
19 is pretty good.
19. Okay. I was waiting to hear the dice sound and I didn't hear it. 19 is a tier 3. So let me see. I'm trying to remember. It was what you saw last time was like black smoke tentacles, right? Tendrils.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely getting that here too. A higher concentration, and tier 3 is really good. So there seems to be some activity in this area, but they're also the tendrils are leading also off the city out into sea as well. So there's some activity here, and also some have left. So with your training and how you're, viewing this magic, there's definitely something here, but this isn't like their base of operations. There's just
Okay.
they have arrived here, but there's also a lot leading out. Given it support city, kind of makes sense that they'd be a lot moving and shaking.
Okay.
Also, let's take a break because I need the bathroom.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So yeah, I'm gonna put us on the BRB screen, and we will see you shortly.
Come back with your shield, or at least up on it. Your prophecy's been sealed, but slaughter your opponents. Fight against fate, you ain't survived this long just to die. They said your quest was stupid, we'll prove that phrase a lie. Go make them fantasize, make them eulogize all your accomplishments, your victories, your battle cries. Fight on, you new heroes, go forth and forge your legends. Wanna be demigods? You better go and get it. Start up a whole new epic, make them go write an epic. They'll sing some songs about you, they'll say you're fucking epic. You'll set some brand new records, they'll downplay your effort. They'll say it's all genetic, but they just don't get it. The battle scars, the sweat glistening on your skin tells a different story, so you fledglings better go and win. Soak up all the glory, no milk drinker, you were weaned on gin. Become more than man, make these kings bow when you walk in. Make the gods forgive your sins, you fall hard for every win. You better break. Tear the threads of fate, no matter the stakes. You're the leading actors, this your stage. You cannot be caged, ignore all your fears, pick up your blade. You will conquer every challenge that dares to come your way. Look death up in the face, regardless of the size of the threats you might face. You can bend, but remember heroes, you must never break. And when all else fails, just remember to rage. Come back with your shield, or at least up on it. Your prophecy's been sealed, but slaughter your opponents. Fight against fate, you ain't survived this long just to die. They said your quest was stupid, we'll prove that phrase a lie. Go make them fantasize, make them eulogize all your accomplishments, your victories, your battle cries. Fight on, you new heroes, go forth and forge your legends. Wanna be demigods? You better go and get it. Start up a whole new epic, make them go write an epic. They'll sing some songs about you, they'll say you're fucking epic. You'll set some brand new records, they'll downplay your effort. They'll say it's all genetic, but they just don't get it. The battle scars, the sweat glistening on your skin tells a different story, so you fledglings better go and win. Soak up all the glory, no milk drinker, you were weaned on gin. Become more than man, make these kings bow when you walk in. Make the gods forgive your sins, you fall hard for every win. You better break. Tear the threads of fate, no matter the stakes. You're the leading actors, this your stage. You cannot be caged, ignore all your fears, pick up your blade. You will conquer every challenge that dares to come your way. Look death up in the face, regardless of the size of the threats you might face. You can bend, but remember heroes, you must never break. And when all else fails, just remember to rage. Come back with your shield, or at least up on it. Your prophecy's been sealed, but slaughter your opponents. Fight against fate, you ain't survived this long just to die. They said your quest was stupid, we'll prove that phrase a lie. Go make them fantasize, make them eulogize all your accomplishments, your victories, your battle cries. Fight on, you new heroes, go forth and forge your legends. Wanna be demigods? You better go and get it. Start up a whole new epic, make them go write an epic. They'll sing some songs about you, they'll say you're fucking epic. You'll set some brand new records, they'll downplay your effort. They'll say it's all genetic, but they just don't get it. The battle scars, the sweat glistening on your skin tells a different story, so you fledglings better go and win. Soak up all the glory, no milk drinker, you were weaned on gin. Become more than man, make these kings bow when you walk in. Make the gods forgive your sins, you fall hard for every win. You better break. Tear the threads of fate, no matter the stakes. You're the leading actors, this your stage. stage. You cannot be caged. Ignore all your fears, pick up your blade. You will conquer every challenge that dares to come your way. Look death up in the face, regardless of the size of the threats you might face. You can bend, but remember, heroes, you must never break. And when all else fails, just remember to rage. Come back with your shield, or at least up on it. Your prophecy's been sealed, but slaughter your opponents. Fight against fate, you ain't survived this long just to die. They said your quest was stupid, we'll prove that phrase a lie. Go make them fantasize, make them eulogize all your accomplishments, your victories, your battle cries. Fight on, you new heroes, go forth and forge your legends. Wanna be demigods? You better go and get it. Start up a whole new epic, make them go right and epic. They'll sing some songs about you, they'll say you're fucking epic. They'll set some brand new records, they'll downplay your effort. They'll say it's all genetic, but they just don't get it. The battle scars, the sweat glistening on your skin tells a different story, so you fledglings better go and win. Soak up all the glory, no milk drinker, you were weaned on gin. Become more than man, make these kings bow when you walk in. Make the gods forgive your sins, you fall hard for every win. Tear the threads of fate, no matter the stakes. You're the leading actors, this your stage. You cannot be caged. Ignore all your fears, pick up your blade. You will conquer every challenge that dares to come your way. Look death up in the face, regardless of the size of the threats you might face. You can bend, but remember, heroes, you must never break. And when all else fails, just remember to rage. Come back with your shield, or at least up on it. Your prophecy's been sealed, but slaughter your opponents. Fight against fate, you ain't survived this long just to die. They said your quest was stupid, we'll prove that phrase a lie. Go make them fantasize, make them eulogize all your accomplishments, your victories, your battle cries. Fight on, you new heroes, go forth and forge your legends. Wanna be demigods? You better go and get it. Start up a whole new epic, make them go right and epic. They'll sing some songs about you, they'll say you're fucking epic. They'll set some brand new records, they'll downplay your effort.
Okay, and we're back.
Hello.
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 While we were on break chat, we were talking about the nature of revenants and if there were mnemonic revenants and what that would look like. And will they still be? How does that engender them being having a fire weakness? Because that's also interesting to think about.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like do they decay?
They would also,
Is it like-
yeah.
Or is it like a magic thing? Like that's what I want to know.
Cause like, let me see. Can you set silicone on fire?
You can let the magic smoke out.
Yeah, that's true.
So yes.
They would.
Is that what it is?
I think so. I think they like melt and shit.
Yeah, because it's not only just silicone; it's like ceramic and like
Yeah.
marble and
Yeah.
other substances
And
like,
metal. Like they have gold on them. Gold
Metal.
melts.
Yeah, like they would be smelted.
They would be smelted, yeah. Like a regular mnemonic isn't invulnerable to fire. They take fire damage equivalent as a human would, right? They get burnt. They're burnt different than flesh melting, it's metal melting and ceramic and all the stuff that, would melt. And then they would naturally heal over time as you would with a burnt, but depending on the degree of burntness, it would, might leave a scar of sorts. Just their scar might look like a really gross metal melt on them, right? Depending on where they get burnt. So
Slag or something.
yeah, slag. Yeah.
Their remains would be like, logistically speaking, if that went into like a water supply, that would like poison people.
Yeah.
Like if you killed a revenant mnemonic in a water supply, like that would poison a bunch of people. They drank that.
I think if you put a
contaminated
corpse
water.
in a water supply, it might also just poison a bunch of people. I think decay in general.
Yeah. Don't put corpses in water.
No.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Yep. Don't go corpse in waterfalls. Don't go corpse in waterfalls.
What is everyone's plan?
Oswald is going to reluctantly get in the swaddle.
Okay. So you're actually going through with that? Okay, solid.
Yep. Tonight on sentences I didn't think I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oswald reluctantly gets into the swaddle.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Nolia and I are probably going to go. Is there a customs? How secure is this port? Like, do we have to go? Like, is it just loosey goosey with their border patrol, or are they strict?
There's light customs, but they're nowhere strict as like what you're used to. It's nowhere near Temet. Or even Chimeria. Chimeria was also super strict. It's nowhere near that. To like, from looking at you would probably view it as loosey goosey, even though it's probably more like moderate, just because you're used to Tibetan
Yeah.
border control. So it's a lot more relaxed. Especially since criminals might be in charge of the city, and they let certain. It's easy to kind of slide on by.
Did we get the name of that temple that Bernanisi mentioned that might have been run by the spider?
Yeah, so it is the temple to Cypros,
Okay.
the Forger.
Guess we'll head there then.
Yeah. You want to head there? Okay. And then Oswald and Yuri are looking for the craftsman, right?
Mhm.
So who wants
Yes.
to go first with it between our two groups?
Let's say me into some.
Okay. Okay, so you're heading to like the Temple District?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this city, the Temple District is real easy to find. It's basically in the middle of the city. Even though you're both foreigners, you can basically find it because temples look distinct and there's just a lot of statues of gods. And you're like, huh, are these like statues of people? Oh no, that guy has like scales on him and is wearing a crown of coral. And like, they're distinctly like, okay, these are like people plus. They have like some extra features or something that makes them look not just like a guy, that looks a little bit more divine, as it were. And so the biggest temple has a statue of a man holding. He's an older looking man, and in one hand he's holding a scale, and in the other hand he has a hammer. And he's like bald with like a beard, but like the way the beard is depicted on the statue, it's almost like it's like fire, it's the marble is chiseled to look like it's fire. He has a big flaming beard.
Is the temple closed or is it open?
There's
Like,
people
is it
going in
open
and
to-
out. There's people going in and out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess let's just head in and take a gander, shall we?
Might as well.
Okay. So the interesting about this temple is not only is it like really big, it's almost like a market space. Sephiros is also the god of commerce, so there's a lot of like market stalls in here, and people have set up like there's vendors that have set up shop here. They have rent out space, and so it's part almost like merchant hall. What are you two doing?
First off, she makes sure that everything is like tied to her and
Fair.
nothing can get at least pickpocketed easily. Second off, we should probably look for big figures, right? Where you would know this more than I would. Do you have a clue of where to start at?
Usually when they set up fronts, usually the leader is in the confessional of the temple, way at the back. But you can't just walk in there. Can I scan to see the room if there are any Tibetans
Okay.
in this
Okay.
temple?
Yeah. Do you have any skills any skills you want to use?
I want to track.
Track? Yeah, we'll let track. I'll say intuition. Intuition and track.
Okay.
Okay, 17, tier 3. Yeah, there's some Tibetans. Looks like some merchants who have traveled far. You see like a group bartering with someone that looks like a pot maker, pot seller. You know, those fancy pots with like murals basically painted on them. So they're at that shop bargaining and haggling and being like, okay, well, like we got some nice supplies back on this boat and like we could trade. So yeah, you see a group of 4, a human, 2 desert elves, and also a dwarf is along with them, and they're all dressed in their Tibetan fashion.
Because there's a distinction between class.
Oh
Are
yeah,
they
yeah.
from lower, middle, or upper?
They look like they look like they're of modest dress. So probably they'd be lower Tibet. You'd be able to tell that like they're dressed. They're merchants. They're doing the hard job of traveling to sea, going to foreign places, and buying stock. They might be working for someone from Middle Tibet, right? But they themselves are definitely from Lower Tibet. They're they're sailors. They're living a hard life.
Is there anyone that I recognize personally from my criminal network?
Roll me criminal network. We'll do. I just want a flat criminal network. Don't add any stats. This is kind of like a luck thing I want to see.
So just 2d10?
+2.
Okay.
+21.
Wow.
Yeah, you recognize the dwarf. He's like, he was back in Lower Tibet. He's essentially like a pawnbroker. I think it's a bit surprising seeing him this far away. But you do remember he occasionally did travel overseas if there's like a really big ticket item that he needed to see in person. Like if he was like trying to offload a good that was like high value, he would personally do it because like he doesn't quite trust the people. He better to do it yourself. And you
Could I
would
make
know.
another roll?
What's that?
Could I make another roll?
Sure. What would you like to do?
I want to see if he's friends with my father.
Ooh, just roll 2d10s. This is a percentile dice. And also you would know this man's name is Mooney. Muni. Okay, well, let me see. 51. 51. He's acquaintances with your father, but I wouldn't go as far as to say friends. They may have had, maybe they had a professional relationship, but he's at least, he at least probably knows your father's name.
Yeah. He goes up to him, greets him, but it's a little bit more formal than what the others are used to seeing. Like he gives the Tibetans usually, when they're engaging in business, have a certain etiquette where they give the triumphant like prayer salute sigil thing with their hands.
Mm-hmm.
After he does like his formal greeting, he's a little bit more casual, a little bit more relaxed. He's like, "You're far from home, I see, and so am I."
He turns to you and he kind of squints and he's like, forgive my rudeness, but I do not seem to recall your name.
Ecclesies.
Ecclesies.
Might have worked with my father, Ardio.
Ardio! You're Ardio's boy. Well, what was Ardio again?
Ardio is
Like profession-wise.
professionally.
Mhm.
He worked as on paper, it's a conservationalist, someone that looks after the land.
Mm.
But he passed down his criminal skills down to Sam. So he worked as a tomb robber as well.
Okay. It's like, you, well, you're definitely far from home. How's the old family business?
So, it's a long story. Let's just say that it's on hiatus.
On hiatus, you're, saved up enough to do a little vacation?
You could say that. We're looking for someone. Would you know where the spider would be? Perchance.
Oh,
Wait. When Tasum does this, can I roll eavesdrop and alertness, or just one of them?
sure. I'm assuming the two of them are talking in Tibetan, right? Knife? Hello,
Wait,
knife?
hello?
Hi.
Oh no.
Oh no. What happened?
Is my mic working?
Yeah, I
Can
hear
you
you.
hear me?
I hear you.
Yes.
Sure.
That whole exchange was done in Tibetan, but
Okay.
it was done in lower Tibetan.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like it's like the country bumpkin
Yeah.
slang of the language.
Okay. So what are you trying to eavesdrop there, Nolia?
I just want to make sure that like people around us aren't trying
Okay,
to like talk about them or whatever.
I would say alertness would make sense. Is
Okay.
that you also, I don't think you know Tibetan, so they're also having a conversation in a language you don't understand. But you can definitely keep an eye out to see, like, are people kind of turning their heads to them talking, or are they like going about their day, right?
Yeah, I. Okay.
So yeah,
What did you say?
intuition. I would say intuition and
Intuition. Okay.
alertness.
So.
Okay, 13, tier 2. No one seems to be. It's like quite crowded, quite noisy, but also they're speaking in a language that's not common here. So most people, they might look at them and be like, what are they saying? Oh wait, I understand. I don't know what they're talking about. That's not my language. And then they go about their day. It's one of those like, huh, what was that word? Was that my name? No, wait, never mind. I don't know what they're saying. So it's kind of more just like, some people will turn just because they're like, they think they recognize a word and then they realize, oh wait, I don't know what they're saying. That's not Hecenae. That kind of thing.
I think in case if anyone does stare for like a little bit too long, she takes notice and kind of attempts to stare daggers at them.
So far, just from what you're saying, it's kind of, people are just like, oh, they're traders. It's a market. They're not kind of too bothered by it. So no long stares.
Cool.
But yeah, so getting back to this conversation, what would Moonin say? Oh, no, let me rephrase that. I see you take after your father's boldness.
I would say I'm more italic than bold, but that's neither here or there.
Quite good, quite good. Well, you never heard it from me, but I may have a connection or two. Maybe not necessarily to the spider themselves, but definitely to the web. This is about any tapped his nose. What was it again? You were a conservation?
Conservationist, yeah.
Something about a conservation job?
Mm. Go on.
No, he's asking you, is this related to a conservation job? He's basically on the sly asking, like, is this related to Robin?
Yeah.
Okay, far from home for that, but, expanding the business, I'm sure there's plenty of conservatory here that needs inquiry after. And one of the guys is just like, boss, like, he looks around like, none of these guys know Tibetan, like, it's like protocol. It's like, okay, fine, you're the boss. I can see about hooking you up with my contact, but, well, why don't you sweeten the deal a bit?
Well, what would you like me to do?
Coin, boy, I'm asking for coin.
How much?
Oh, something fair and appropriate, of course, for my services. Think of it as a finder's fee. No matter if you have any goods to offload, as it were.
Hmm. He's thinking about this. He's swishing his tail.
So I'll let you know just because draw steel uses a kind of what's the word? So you don't like keep track of individual coin, right?
Mm.
You have like a wealth level.
Yeah.
And so currently your wealth level is 1. If you were to just pay him off, your wealth level would drop to 0 temporarily. You would get it back over time, but for the time being, you wouldn't be able to access your wealth. So you wouldn't be able to buy common items. But it will come back over time. You will, if this is a temporary thing. This isn't permanent.
Because I don't want to. I just want to tell him that I just want a meeting with the spider.
Yeah, and he's telling you he wants money.
Yeah.
He wants money to even get you contact with not even the spider, with some associate.
Contact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So how close is this associate, or is he just like?
He's not telling you. He's just like, yeah, I have a guy on the inside. You can see my guy.
Where's your guy? I'll pay you, but give me some more information.
Coin first. I don't.
Fair enough. Hands over the coin.
Okay. One of the priests in the back. A big tall fella. Can't miss him. People call him Ses. Yes, Slesido. I'll spell that. Slesido. Slesido? I mean Slesido. Slesido? I think it's Slesido.
Slesido.
Yeah. Clesido.
You strike a fair deal, Mooney. I'm impressed.
Well, get to my age, business is routine.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be off now.
Of course.
But you'll still be here, right? If I need more
We'll
info.
be here in town. We've had a long travel, and the storms have made it longer, so I want to see the sights, as it were. Enjoy my time away from Temet.
How is Temet, by the way?
Temet's Temet.
Eh,
City never sleeps, and, well, sadly, keeps me up at night, as it were.
I'll be off now. Good seeing you.
Of course.
He motions over to Nolia and sort of just relays the information that he just got, like, in her ear.
Well,
And
after,
they head.
oh, I was gonna say after hearing it, she just nods.
Guess we'll just head to the back for our confession.
Lead the way.
So they go.
Okay.
Is it? Do people look at us, or like
Not really.
that? It's odd that we're okay.
I mean, it's most people are going about their day either going to the back where like the chapel part is to say their prayers, or in the front part where the merchant commerce is. They're either shopping or praying, right?
Mm.
I mean, it's really busy. It's basically, this is like the merchant square of the city inside this temple, right?
Mm.
Like there's other merchant areas, right? But like this is like the main one. This is
Mm.
where a lot of trade goes in and out. So yeah, you head to the back where it's like more of the temple part, and you see some priests, in robes. And one of them is definitely taller than the others. There's the Hakan priest. Hakan are giant people. He's like 9 feet tall. And he's just currently lighting a brazier. Filling it up with incense and getting the vibes right for the temple.
Is he Tibetan or
No,
Hecean?
he's Hecean.
He's okay. And I roll to. Can I roll intuition to check if like any of the priests are tracking us? Because we've just entered.
Okay. Yeah. You can definitely do that. Is there any other skill that you want to add on that you think you could use?
Probably track.
Okay.
Like I'm reading micro expressions.
I think there's actually one called Read Person for that.
Ooh, okay. I don't have that.
You don't have that? That's fine. But I could let you use track because, like, instead of reading micro expressions, it's more so like you know how to track people. So you're trying to see the signs of like how you would like you're basically reverse engineering it, right? And you're like, well, if I were to track someone, I track it like this. So let me see if anyone is like kind of following those steps, right?
Because we've basically entered like the staff room, essentially.
Well, you're not in the
Like, it's
staff room.
not-
No, you're not in the staff room. This is the open temple area.
Okay.
There's like pews and like there's statues and people are coming in to either give donations to the temple or to say some prayers or maybe ask like a priest for assistance or what have you. But this is kind of like a free form like prayer area, mostly given. Ooh, you rolled a single d10 there. Okay, 17. Oh, that's tier 3. That's good. Yeah. I don't think anyone has really, like, paid you much notice. You haven't really done anything to stand out. Basically, what if people have been watching you, you've come in, they saw a Tibetan go up to another Tibetan and start talking in Tibet, and it's like, oh, well, they know each other. Okay, and then you went back with your companion and went to like the temple part. They just think like, oh, maybe you saw it. Like you're not suspicious. It's like maybe you saw an old friend. You're supposed to go to the temple, but you got distracted. That happens all the time in like shopping courts. You go in, you're like, oh, hey, is that so and so from, from back home? Like that's common. This is a merchant area. A lot of people go in and out. A lot of people go in, stop, chat. So no one's really like paying you any mind.
Um, Sam is going to introduce himself to is it Slesido?
Slesido, I think is, yeah.
He introduces himself to Slesido, and he introduces Nolia to Slesido as well. And he brings up, in conversation, he brings up Mooney. And it's like a slight tone shift. Then he says, like, yeah, I'm sure you're well connected in the web, you know.
Of course. You see he like puts his hand on his back. Oh, my back. It's laying braziers all day. Would you be ever so kind, you two? And I need to carry out some more lighter oil for these braziers, and it's so heavy. You seem strong. Can you please do me the favor and help this old man out?
Of course.
Yes. And he's kind of doing this a little bit louder than just a simple conversation, just to let other people kind of overhear. And so he takes you to like the storage room, and some priests look and they're like, "Oh, well, yeah, he's old. I guess those people are nice. Okay, yeah, they're not. They're like, this might be common. This is probably how he gets to talk to clients, and casually just was like, oh, I'm just an old man. My back's sore. Oh. People are so nice to me. You know." So he takes you to like the storage room. It's like kind of small, but he's like, okay. Mooney sent you, did he? What are you trying to offload?
Players. So just before I say something in character, Mara, should we just tell him that we're just looking for a job from the spider?
Whatever you think works. I don't know what else we could ask that doesn't seem too like, oh, someone's gonna catch on.
Yeah. Because, like, if we tell him that, like, if we just plain tell him, like, oh, we just want to find a doctor, like, that would be kind of, like, I don't know which is more or less suspicious as players, you know?
If you want, you could try and do some sort of deduction roll.
We do that.
So it'd definitely be intuition.
Right.
And any skill you think is appropriate to the matter.
Presence.
Well, presence is a attribute. We want a skill.
Oh, we want a skill.
Yeah, it'd be intuition and a skill. Maybe presence. It might be presence and a skill, but no, because you're trying to think. You're trying to think and be like to do something. So I'd say intuition or reason.
Yeah.
Intuition or reason plus a skill.
The only skill that I have is flirt and persuade.
And what?
Flirt and persuade.
I mean, you have other skills.
Like, in terms of, like, trying to figure out...
I mean, criminal underworld would probably work. Knowing how they operate? Work. I'd say that.
Yeah. Okay, so criminal underworld and...
Intuition. Or reason. Whatever you want to use.
I think I'll use... They're both ones for me. Are they... Do you have higher...
No, they'd be the same. It's just how about are you going about thinking about it? Are you using your gut or using your brain?
Okay. I'm gonna use reason.
Okay. $11. That is a tier 1. So nothing super helpful between the two. I will say, tier mind, I think they both sound bad. Because, like, one's like, hey, I want to work for, like, the biggest criminal in the city with no legwork. Like, you just showed up and, like, hey, I want to work for, the spider. So that's going to be strange. And also, the other one's like, hey, I'm looking for a doctor. It's like, well, go to a hospital. Like, go to a clinic. Like they're both, I think they're both kind of, like, not, you think that they're both kind of not great.
Yeah.
It's just what flavor of not greatness. Or think of a different, you can always think of a third thing, right? It's just of the current two options that you have proposed, they both kind of seem bad.
Yeah.
That's what your intuition's telling you. Or your reason, rather. Your logic.
I just fuck.
We might have to go with a bad option because I don't genuinely know what else we could ask. Because asking things like who runs the place is obviously kind of, well, that's just fucked.
Real nasty. Well,
Hmm.
I do have information that I could sell to Miss Spider about Temet.
Ooh, you're saying this in character?
Yeah.
What? I mean, I'm sure you're not saying this out of the goodness of your own heart. What do you have to gain? What's in it for you?
For me, well, I just want a working relationship,
Hmm.
a new job opportunity.
You're asking a lot, but let me know what this is, and I will deem if it's worthy enough to bring up to the spider.
That is rather difficult to enter. Customs is, well, it's high security. But let's just say that the spider wanted to enter the country whenever she pleased, without no strings attached. I could make that possible.
And how, pray tell, can you make that possible? Seems almost too good to be true.
I've got the blueprints.
To the city.
Yes.
You have them physically on you?
Of course.
Let me see them.
So he takes out the blueprint.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you do have them.
It's part of the kit they gave
Yeah.
him. Which,
Yeah, no,
like,
you have them.
and it's agent blueprints.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not just.
Oh yeah,
It's not just like usual. This
these
is
are
agent
official. These are like legit. Well, I'll
Sorry
be
for the-
damned.
Apologies for the soggy edges. I did fall into the ocean. Carrying.
No worries. This is quite good actually. Well, you kept your end of the bargain. How about this? I will take these to the spider, and she will decide for herself if this is worthy enough to grant your request. There's a tavern.
I would prefer if we did this in person. Take us.
She will determine, and then if so, she will request a meeting with you. That is how the spider operates.
Fair enough. It's your turf. So, how do I know that she won't just, take the blueprints, leave us high and dry? I am a foreigner. I am not accustomed to Hecenae etiquette, if you would. How can we trust you, sir?
Why? The trust is a very tender thing here. So I offer my life.
Your life.
If these blueprints do not get delivered back to you, if the spider refuses your offer, you may claim my life. I swear upon it.
Your life, you say?
Of course. The spider will keep her word. I am in full trust of this. She will not just take this and she has nowhere to run. She views this inadequate. She will send me back to return this to you. And if you don't return it if you don't hear back within a week, my life is yours. But it will not come to that. It has never come to that.
We just take his word for it, Mira, or should we roll?
I'll just say, I think we take his word for it, but I'm definitely gonna pull on the wraps around my fist a little harder to mean that he better keep his fucking word.
He just chuckles. Yeah, he just has like a coy smile. It's like, of course. Have you ever seen a criminal as old as me? A scoundrel? A thief? The spider is a respected name in the city, and her word is kept. After all, gold can only go so far. But a life, well, you only have one of those.
Sure. He he understands that like he's Hecean. Revenants are not a thing. Okay, I'll deal.
There is a tavern. It's called The Thread. Go there, and you'll hear back by the evening the latest. And again, if you hear not, well, come find me and strike me down. But it shall not come to that.
Would rather not strike you down, sir. However, you will owe me a favor that you owe me.
Why,
and to seal the So let's seal the deal. Hands him over a contract. You will sign. It is Timetan courtesy to have...
Timidans. Okay, let me see. Let me like cracks his hands. You have a quill on you?
Of course.
Is ink fine, or are you wanting blood?
Blood.
Oh, dramatic.
It's old-fashioned in my opinion, but it is etiquette. There's
Yeah,
a blade at the top of the pen where you can
Okay.
dab his thumb into it, and the blood will fuse with the ink.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he does it, and then he signs it. It's like, oh, Tibetans.
It's handy having contractual agreements. Thank you for your services, kind
Of
sir.
course. Of course. Now you must help me carry out these, help me carry these out. We did say we were, gotta keep the cover up.
You sure?
So yeah, with the three of you. Also, he is like a giant man. So like, yeah, he could probably do this on his own, but he's like, oh my back, I'm so old. But he's like clearly, like, yeah, I'm fit. He's fit. He's fit as a fiddle. But yeah. So yeah, the three of you are able to get out the brazier fuel and a. Would it come in a jar? Probably like a jar of incense, right? Some sort of container, right? Because it's like basically like a powdery substance, right? Packed powder.
Myrrh
burn.
and incense.
Yeah,
Just,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So it's probably in a jar. That would make sense. So yeah, you take out the jars of that stuff. And yeah, you can go among your merry way. Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
I assume we're just gonna be on our way out. I want to talk to Sem a little.
Okay.
Uh, how how did you know that one other person?
Player,
Oh,
I'm confused.
the it was
Mooney?
yeah, Mooney. Yeah.
Well, Lower Tibet is, it's a small world. My father is, well connected, I would say. He's got quite the reputation, my father. But other than that, they just used to work together. Briefly.
Seems like a lot of pressure to really be under your father, as it sounds.
Not at all. That
Really?
old man has no plan. My dad. Uh, you'll love him. He's chaotic as chaotic as hell itself. uh,
You implying I'd meet him?
if you'd like to, but maybe I'm being overly familiar. We have a job to do.
No, you're to met the purple water sounds interesting. I would be willing to go at some point.
My father's an expert about the Niles. You could ask him anything and everything. I just kind of tune him out because he just rants and raves.
Not much different then.
Not much different than me? Come on.
I'm kidding.
uh,
Anywho, to the tavern, right?
yeah. I spent all the money that I had to get this meeting, though.
I got you covered.
No need to buy me anything. Alcohol doesn't affect me no more. So
Well, in case anything else comes up, this is a favor. You're helping us out, helping me out.
hope that we can get down to the bottom of this as soon as possible.
Me too.
Okay, let's move on over to Ure and Oswald hitting up the streets with a baby Bjorn. Or is it more like a swaddle of cloth? What's the situation like?
I think it's like a battle Bjorn.
Battle
like
Bjorn?
He's instructed him to put him in like a we've added straps and I'm in a little bag, but there's just like a not suspicious, overly large head that we're going to pass off as an infant. So sure.
Yeah.
Full head of hair, infant.
Maybe there's blankets covering that. I don't know. It's
Yeah, I'm just in it.
yeah.
Sleepy fella. Okay, Yari. I need I think our best bet is let's go hit the market and see if we can start tracking people down, or at least see if we can find someone who is a tinkerer. Figure out if this is even the correct city. Or Pella.
He nods and he starts heading towards the location in question. Sorry, bear.
No worries.
Excuse me.
No worries. Okay, so there is you could go to the temple that the other two went to. That is basically a big market square, but there's smaller markets around the city as well.
There's smaller markets.
Yep. There's like a bunch of smaller markets and one big market inside the temple to the god of commerce.
I think psychically I'm going to say I don't know that I want to be inside the temple just yet. That would be maybe bad if we got caught. I think sticking to the edges for now isn't a bad plan, and we see if we can find someone who, or at least a place to purchase hardware. Go from there.
He gestures, so the smaller ones. The smaller markets around it.
Yes, exactly.
Then he proceeds to head to one of them.
Okay, so you can easily find it. What's your plan for inquiring about Pelos? What's my notes again?
Hello.
Pello, okay. Thank you. What is your plan to inquire about him?
In psychically again while we're walking, I'm going to talk to Yuri and just say, hey, honestly, Yuri, I think the best plan would be, if you can mime that we have a friend who has lost an eye, and you're looking for someone who can craft a replacement eye. That's 1, not to lie. 2, does not reveal me. And 3, we'd find Pello, or at least somebody who would know where to find Pello. I think revealing my condition only to Pello makes sense.
He nods and he proceeds to do just, sorry, hold on, I need to blow my nose.
No worries.
Do I need to roll anything for that?
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, my brain is flatlining.
No, it's
that
not.
I can't.
No worries.
If you want, also make things more convincing, I could psychically talk to people, and you could just take me there. And you could say, "Hello, I am mute. Do you mind if I talk to you? Via the mind." I don't think that people are going to freak out too much because it's not like there's not psychic people here.
Yeah, sorry, I wanted to check if there was, because you were talking about miming, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could I? Wait, no, we're not. No. Ooh. Wait, no. Sorry, I'm looking at my lore interpersonal stuff. Okay, never mind.
What do you think about the miming plan, though? Or at least not miming, but do you want me to talk for you?
Yeah, like the because I think it'd be funny if, like, you know, you spoke and then like Yurei's like miming like the voice, like his lips.
Or we could do it psychically, where it's like you just say, "Hello, is it okay if I speak to you like this?"
Right, yeah.
Is it okay if I speak to you like this? My throat is damaged.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, we can even say your throat is damaged, and you're looking for an artificer to get you a vocal cord replacement. Help you speak.
Wait, and we're not lying, right? Or
we could not lie and stick to the eyeball plan. That's not a lie.
No, because if we're picking to lie, I have a point in lie and interpersonal.
That
So
makes
I
you
could
better at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, then just say it's your vocal.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you also me acting as you is a lie. So.
Well, there we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But yes, take me to anywhere that looks like it's kind of a hardware store, or I think we're a store in this market. Even if there's like somebody selling like technical junk.
Okay. What do I roll to look and see if I can find that lab?
It depends about how you're doing it. If you're asking for directions, I'd say presence. If you're trying to, deduce, like, okay, well, like, I'm gonna keep my eye out, and if I see any, like, ooh, hey, there looks like something over there, I'd say reason. Or intuition if you're trying to go with your gut.
Well, my presence for me is higher than intuition, so I think I'll go with like asking around.
Okay. You can also add a skill to that if you want, but that'd probably still keep you in
it's still tier 1 again.
Tier 2. Well, yeah, I'll allow it. Once per out of combat. Reroll it.
Yep, exactly.
So
Yeah, is there any skill that you want to add to it?
yeah, let me.
I guess lie. You could use your lie skill to lie about like what you're looking for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that, no, not there. We go. +4.
Okay, 14. Tier 2. Okay. So yeah, you can ask around and you get the vibe that people are like, "Oh, well, there's a craftsman from Athos. Real good at that kind of stuff. Pello is his name. He occasionally comes here to sell his wares. So, but people are kind of conflicted on whether he's in town or not. Some people are like, yeah, no, I think I recently saw him. Like, other people are like, no, he's back in Athos. So you don't get a clear answer if he's here or in Athos. But if he is here, he would most likely be on the... He'd most likely be in the temple, honestly, selling his wares there.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's go to the temple if we have to. And go at least look.
The Yurei does just that. He heads towards the temple.
Okay. So yeah, temple is really big. If we were if we were watching this as a Blu-ray, you would see Nolia and Tassem in the distance, in the background scene, talking to the Hakan man. But sadly, this is a release episode, so we don't have the Blu-ray. We don't see that. They're kind of really blurry in the background. But yeah, so you're going about the temple.
You're right. Look for anything that looks technically impressive, because at least we can ask someone who's a competitor.
Hmm. Okay, I'd like to... Can I roll the same thing again for here?
Yeah, sure.
The lie plus presence. Kebab.
13, tier 2. Okay, so you're asking around people, and people are like, yeah, Pello's in the back. So you get to his location. Question for you, Yuri.
Hmm.
Does your sensor ability, is it still up?
If you'll allow it?
Okay. You get a strong ping that something's not right here. A member of the King in Black is here.
I'd like to, just before I go in and anything happens,
Mm-hmm.
I like to relay these thoughts to or like gesture like in front of oh my god, sorry, my nose. I like to relay my that to him, and I say something's wrong. Something feels very wrong. There is a follower of the Black King here. Its presence is very potent.
Wait, actually, do you know where?
And he kind of he gestures, whoever is inside here.
Yeah, you can follow the location,
Yeah.
and as you come close, it's in the same direction of Pelos' stand, and you're getting it from a woad elf who is approaching Pelos. Pelos himself is a. Let me look up. Let me get my notes out. Was I relaxing in bed while I was GMing? Maybe.
Maybe. Notes.
Notes.
Nope.
Give me the lore, Lav. Give me the lore.
I'm working
I wanna
on it.
know.
I'm working on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Working
See.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
Pelos himself is a dragon knight. Pelo, rather. I keep pointing at an S. Pelo is a dragon knight, so he's a dragon man. But yeah, so it's not Pelo himself that you're getting the aura from. It is someone approaching him.
I kind of what I do is I pull out my sensor and I start ringing it, shaking it almost.
Mm-hmm.
In an attempt to get his that thing's attention.
Okay. It is crowded.
Yeah, I was wondering, can I roll for that?
Yeah, you can definitely roll for that. I'd say this is definitely a presence roll, and then whatever thing you think is appropriate.
I have monsters.
Oh,
so...
yeah, easily. Yeah. If you have monster lore, then you can ring in a specific way to...
Yeah.
17 tier 3, okay. Are you trying to get the thing to come at you or to flee?
Flee.
Okay. You see this wood elf immediately turn its direction on you to your center, and it's almost kind of like how dog whistles only dogs can hear. I think it's the same thing where there's no sound that you can perceivably hear, but this thing can hear it. And a dagger drops from its hands go to its ears, and it lets out a little screech, and it just starts booking it out of the thing. And people are like, what the hell? What in the gods' names? And so people are like, what the... It's weird, someone just screeching and then running, a little So yeah, the monster, the face wearer, as it were, the I guess more I think the people here would call them hydras, the cult of the hydra, right? Because of their nature.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. It flees. The monster flees.
You breathe a sigh of relief. It's like, oh, okay.
And
Do we pursue?
Oh yeah.
But Yuri gestures. What about the person you wish to meet?
I think this is a direct threat to the city, right? This is your goal. They will be here. I am currently able to function as a person. I don't want this city to be in danger. This is your only lead.
He thanks you immensely. He was holding back, but now I'd like for him to run after the creature.
Okay, yeah, you can definitely pursue.
Can I use my endurance? For
Oh,
that?
yeah. Endurance and I'd say might would make sense.
Yeah,
To keep up.
endurance and might. Yeah. I'm so glad I
You
picked
can run in a
these.
marathon, so 19, yeah. Oh yeah, you're able to catch up. This monster tries to go off into a corner. I almost want to describe like this monster wearing the facade of a human, right? Or not a human, I guess a Wodolf in this case. But yeah, it turns down a corner and you're able to corner it and it's a dead end. It went the wrong way and you're able to catch up and you're here with it. What do you do?
There's no one around, right?
No one around.
Then I do what my kind is meant to do, and I pull out the wheel and I do that thing where I kind of clock it open so the middle part splits in two, and the center of the wheel has this like sort of like screech turn to it, and it's a sound that these things do not like. It's to give signal like I'm gonna kill you now. You don't like this is it. You grind dead. So I walk towards the creature,
Okay.
preparing to slam it.
Take me out of the baby Bjorn. Get me out. I want to help you. Or don't. Actually, I can do everything from in here. Leave me here.
Yeah, he gestures that he feels safe knowing that you have his back head back head.
No, front. I'm on your torso.
It's like the two heads better than one. But yeah, I'm ready to slam this thing.
Honestly, I'll say with your previous endurance roll, I'll just let you do it because these things aren't designed for combat. These things are.
Yeah, no, they're not. No,
You have it in a corner. You're a strong fighter, and you have a psionic. You have a talent with you too. So honestly, I think we can just role play it out that you managed to take it down because. This is this is not a
bane on it.
Yeah, this is not a combat encounter. These things are not good at in a fight. These things are very weak. Well, I mean, you know this. These things are very weak in a fight.
Yeah,
their whole danger is the fact that they are socially manipulative.
Before Ure throws his wheel down, he puts his hand close to his mouth and he starts uttering words in a voice that doesn't belong to him comes out, and he's sort of talking to the thing, and he tells him, "You took this poor mortal's body and soul, and I will make sure you pay dearly for it. You will be nothing left." And then he proceeds to bane him before grinding him until he's paste.
Yeah, and there's just the residue of what appears to be a person, but it's not a person. It was never a person.
Yeah, after all that, I like to add to the roleplay that Yuri really looks miserable.
Mm-hmm.
He did not enjoy that.
So wait a minute. You actually can talk? And this is me talking to you psychically again.
He gestures. That wasn't my voice. It was and then he kind of shakes a little and then he says, It's a part of a voice of a god that I'm praying to. It's not mine.
That is absolutely wild.
He gestures, it is, and then he kind of spills it like, I hate it. And then he's like, he looks a bit irritated. The fact that whenever he has to use that,
Why do you hate it?
he gestures, the gods I pray to, that I pray to borrow their powers. They're evil, and I hate them. You saw one of them already, and then he points at the creature, and then he starts doing his Bane gesture, the thing that you've been seeing him use when he casts his Bane. He said, "This belongs to his king."
Yuri, I do not think that. Okay, let me ask you a question. When I was alive, and the person, I assume we're done with this, or we're investigating the guy while we do this. But like when I was a person, I was put in charge of a group of people who I included killed others, and were also killed ourselves in the name of someone, in the name of a god. Would you call me evil?
The Yuri looks at you and he shakes his head. He said, "No. The god I pray to, my people have imprisoned them in my country. For if they are ever released, we don't know what kind of evil they would throw upon the world. These cult members that my kind are hunting down, we have to put a stop to their influence, because while physically we have imprisoned them in our country, mentally they can go anywhere. That they can go into people's dreams, nightmares, visions, and show them power and give them false hopes, and they turn into this." But in order to fight such creatures, we also use their power. The gods I pray to are imprisoned. I don't know anything about other gods or deities.
But you say that that you feel ashamed about using this power. But the point I was trying to get at earlier is you respect it, unlike the people that you hunt who use it for their own personal gain. You do not. You use that power that you have taken to protect other people, and that is a noble goal. That is a duty. You have a duty that you and the personal oath that you have taken, use that power responsibly. And I did the same thing when I was in the military. That there was power given to me, both over others and to lead them, and power that I had in my body since birth for the chronopathy that you've seen me use. But you would not call me evil. Because I respected that power and used it appropriately. And I would not call you evil either, because you respect that power and you use it for the safety of other people.
Yurei, he looks at like his wheel, and then he gestures. Yeah, I I'm just taken aback. He's kind of hesitant. You can see like he's kind of like he's not making sense with his hands. And then he just says, I have a very he gestures, I have a very isolated perspective and understanding because I never left home. I don't understand anything besides what I just told you. So everything just feels very skewed. But he will try to see it the way you do. It helps. He gestures.
You have a noble goal, and you respect the power that you have taken. I hope you do not beat yourself up over the fact that you handled that power with responsibility. You do not deserve it.
He gestures the reason why he has strong those kinds of feelings is growing up he's 10 children are picked to become reformers and only one comes out of the ceremonies. And then he gestures, when you see so much of that growing up, sometimes I can't help but feel frustration with the powers I use. He even gestures how some were eaten, some were just like their faces imploded, eyes burned, and all he knows is that. And it's left a very bad scar on him. That's why when he saw the Black King, he a follower, he kind of let his emotions get the better of him, but he thanks you for giving him a new perspective. It's helped calm him down. And Yurei smiles after that.
I think you see, like if you peek into the battle, Bjorn, Oswald is just kind of staring at you, shocked. How old were you when this happened to you? A child? These things, this competition?
He gestured. He was 13 when he was picked. He said he passed the ceremony at age 13, and then, but before that, it was constant physical and literal training, teaching them how to recite prayers, while learning how to physically improve yourself. That's all he knows. As before that.
Yuri, that. If I had a body again and arms, I would give you a hug if I could. That is a lot for a 13-year-old to go through. The fact that you are here and that you are functioning is a testament to your character. Please do not be hard on yourself.
Yurei smiles and he gestures. We are taught on how to love a world we don't know. And they said that once we leave, we would understand. He remembers growing up, even after the ceremony. How can one love a world he doesn't know? How can you love and protect a world you've never seen? All I know is rain, clouds, and a mountain. Sorry, a pile of mountains in which 3 or more horrible, horrible things live there. And we're supposed to help a world that doesn't even know we exist. And then he looks at you and says, meeting you and everyone has proven why, and I am grateful. Thank you. Your words and kindness is very new to me, and it means a lot.
Of course, Yuri. You're a noble man, and I'm lucky to have met you myself.
He picks up his wheel and he cleans it off before putting it on his back. And then he gestures, shall we head back?
If you do not have to do any investigating, yes. But is there anything that we can use off of this body before we head back to discover if there are more of this cult in Milos?
The love. I'm assuming the incense thing. Like I'm not feeling anything, right?
No, not right now.
Yeah. Then Yurei shakes his head that there's nothing. He doesn't feel anything.
Can I search and at least look at what this corpse looks like?
Yeah.
Because when there's one, there's probably more. That'd be intuition.
Intuition makes sense. Yep.
Or reason.
Intuition makes sense. I guess it depends on how you're going about doing it, right?
Looking at this thing's clothes post wheel.
Okay.
There's anything left that's identifying?
Maybe a reason to like CSI it, right? Because like intuition's kind of like your gut instinct, where reason's like using your brains to logic it out.
Not gonna argue. I have more of that. So
okay, fair. And do you have a skill that you want to add tack on?
Yeah, I have search.
Okay, yeah, perfect.
17. So 17.
Tier 3. Wow, you guys have been doing a lot of tier 3s tonight. Okay. Also with like, because you did see the guy too, so you're thinking back to that, and with the clothes, you have a good snapshot of who this man looked like. Again, he was a woad elf, like maybe like young adult, brown hair. You'd be able to identify him again if you saw him. If you saw someone with the same face, you could easily identify. You're like, oh shit, same guy.
Okay, but no real leads somewhere else.
No,
so.
they don't really carry anything that would. He did drop a dagger near Palo, but besides that,
Go check that out.
they didn't really have anything on him.
Okay. Probably then from here we can go back to Palo.
Then Yuri heads back to Palo.
Okay. Hi. We're hitting the 3.5 hour mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's typically what we call it. So.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll leave the possible meeting with the spider and the meeting with Palo next week on the next episode of Miss of Hecenae.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh yeah.
I hope you all had fun, group.
Oh
and
yeah.
Chat.
Yeah.
Good. There were some good character moments. That was heavy. I loved it all. So good. Really enjoyed.
Hell yeah.
Really
Cypher,
enjoyed.
your Meow Meow has hardcore trauma.
Yeah, we love when Cypher gives us
Holy
characters
shit.
trauma.
Yeah.
We love when people have trauma in their tabletop games. Oh,
Hell yeah. Yay. Oh. Poor Yuri.
poor Yuri. But yeah, I had a lot of fun role playing. I really liked the Bernice and Palm stuff earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was fun for me. I like showing that, like, because again, I wanted Bernice to be like, she looks like she's like very elegant, but she's not an elegant person. So that was a fun contrast. So you get to see a little bit more of her and just the crew dynamic. So I hope that came off fun. And then again, your guys' individual role play was great. I liked the little stuff with your father, Tassem. Got some fun little world building. And of course, just continuing to make Temet weird. We love Temet being weird as fuck. So that's
That
fun.
is just a weird place.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's just upside down world.
And I liked we had basically 2 different buddy cop moments with Noli and Tassem and Oswald and Yuri. And then, of course, the great stuff with Yuri, with the trauma. So, all good stuff. We love seeing it. I'm excited to see more of your characters come to life and be fleshed out. And yeah, really fun. And again, thank you as always for watching, everyone. I have a special announcement. I was going to do it at the start of the stream, but I'll be honest, I forgot. So we're doing it now. So,
Yeah.
as you may have been hearing me for the last couple weeks, ever since I played it, yet another killing game, wishlist on Steam, they have officially released an open public demo. You yourself can go and try it out for yourself and see this amazing game, this amazing writing, phenomenal music, wonderful art. I can't praise it enough. If you like visual novels and if you like killing game scenarios, yet another killing game is Chef's Kiss amazing. So go get download that demo today. Check it out. And also wishlist it on Steam.
That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I have to go play that.
Yes,
yeah.
everyone here go
Hell
if you
yeah.
like visual novels. It's honestly like it's really good. And it's still just the demo. Like when I played the demo, it was a meaty demo. There's a lot in it. The characters were well written. There was some really good moments. I really liked it. It's good. There's mystery. Gotta, how are you gonna get out of this killing game alive? Woo. Yeah, everyone check that out.
Lav, are you saying that I, as a enjoyer of games such as Phoenix Wright or Danganronpa, would
yeah.
love a game like this?
You would adore a game like this.
Wow.
As someone who is also a fan of those 2 games, who is currently playing through Danganronpa V3 on Wednesdays. Check it out. At 9 p.m. CST. Which is very funny because when I do Miss of Hecenae, I'm in Mountain Time. When I do Danganronpa, I'm in Central Time. It's because don't worry about it. It's because I'm with Bunny and it's easier to time zone think with Bunny. But yeah, so as someone who is currently going through the Danganronpa series, fucking phenomenal. Another killing game. You know I'm gonna be streaming it when it comes out, full release. You know that me and Bunny are gonna be tackling it. We are going to be going through it. Yeah. Anyone else have any fun stuff they want to plug?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I think
I'm
just
good.
thanks for having us.
Aw,
Yeah,
of course.
Yes.
of course.
And-
And yeah, thank you all for coming here, both the players and the watchers, the viewers. I really appreciate you all. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Aw, thank you as always, Mana, for stopping on by. It means a lot.
And again, Lav, happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday! It's my birthday! It's my birthday! Baba! Aw, I'm glad. Yeah. Yeah. For those that have been waiting for the VODs on YouTube, I'm a little behind. I need to edit them. I got kind of sick this week. They're stacking up. I really need to. Next week I'm gonna nose to the grindstone to get them out. It's just, life happens, and sometimes you are too sick, or you got someone with chronic fatigue. It's kind of sucks sometimes, but they'll come out when they come out. So. But yeah. I feel like most people that are like, we want the VODs, aren't watching this right now because they're waiting for the VODs. So I'm basically saying this to nobody. But hey, this will be cut out. They won't even know. They'll just be like, oh, it's okay. They're out now. Anywho, let's find someone to raid. Who is the raid target for tonight? Let's see. Following on the old Twitch. Ooh, Varelli is streaming. She's doing some Warframe.
Ooh.
Friend of the show. We like some Warframe here.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, I know Mara's a big framer.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
A flip wizard from way back.
A flip wizard. Let's get raid going for the raid message. Sub raid. And yeah, we'll see ya next time. Also, I'm very happy. I have leftover pizza that I can't wait to chomp into because it's so good. One of my favorite pizza place.
Heck yeah, treat yourself.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Okay. Y'all take care. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.